Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and this time we're in for another adventure. We're here at just off the M1 at Toddington at Just Go stroke Bunk Campers, and we're hiring a camper van for a week's trip to Scotland. And we'll take you along for the journey, show you what it's all about, and picking up the van. Seems to be a lot here, but none of our van isn't going to be anywhere near as big as any of these. So we'll take you along, show you everything around the Highlands of Scotland, to complete newbies in a camper van. What could possibly go wrong? Just in the sales and reception area, and I think we're going to do all the paperwork and be shown around the van, because we won't have a clue what we're doing. So this is the van we're getting. Been upgraded to a pop top though. Don't think I'll be using a pop top. Looking for dents. It's always best just to double check everything. Sure Mrs. Grumps can check the alloys for any dings. This isn't too different from what we're actually going to buy. So, looks fine. So forms filled out, deposits made, and been shown around the van. And this is what we got, an Etresco, I don't know how you pronounce it. Pretty much brand new. I think there was 2,500 kilometres on the clock. We unpacked all our stuff-ish, well, from the car, not in the van. Mrs. Grumps has already banged her head into that low ceiling thing. I just double checking, make sure I close all the doors. So, we'll see you on the road. Let's go camping. Right, we're off on the M6. We've been going about an hour. Van's rather nice to drive. A couple of disappointments. It doesn't have a fly screen. Van we intend getting does have one for the sliding door, and heading to Scotland where it's a bit of a midge fest sometimes. But apart from that, the van drives nice. There is just one major complaint though, is they are using china plates and cups, and basically the whole inventory is china back there, rather a melamine like a lot of people use, and every bump you go over literally makes this most horrendous noise, and sounds like every plate and every cup is smashing, and we're just going in a straight line, we're not going around corners. So I might have to reposition it all and try and stop it from rattling around. Of course we're not going over any bumps at the moment, so you've not been able to actually hear it, but when it does go off, it almost jars the fillings out of your teeth. It's so loud. Anyway, we'll going to stop at Corley Services in a little bit, have a quick bite to eat for lunch, and then get cracking, head all the way up to the Lake District. Arrived at Corley Services. I don't know if we're supposed to be in here. HGVs and caravans, well, we're neither, but yeah, apart from the rattle, we got here on one piece. We're going to go and just grab some fast food now. It's a pretty neat van. It's not a totally well specced out inside, but it'll do for a week. Just make sure we've locked it all. We don't know what we're doing. There you go. Right. Want some food, dear? Let's go. So just an update. We're on our way to the north of Birmingham, probably near Stoke, I would imagine. That'll be coming up soon. It says about 2.5 hours till we stop at T-Bay Services, just using it as a quick loo break before we get to the campsite, which probably not be till at least after 6:30, so a bit of a late finish on this one today. But we would have had the worst day for most of the week today, driving wise, because it gives us an easier day tomorrow. We've half cured some of the bad rattle of the crockery. We've moved some of the bowls somewhere else, put them inside some padding, but it still does rattle every big bump you go over. And we've had our first proper disaster. I spilled a drink already. Mopped it all up, no harm done, apart from Mrs. Grumps has got a wet foot, haven't you, dear?
I have.
And a wet trainer. That's probably not drying out too well in here. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. A couple of hours later, almost. We're still trudging along. Been playing I Spy. I Spy something begin with M, motorway, because we've just been on one for hours all day. Well, in fact, actually most of it, SM, smart motorway. It's only really the last 20-30 miles that we've been back to a normal motorway. Lots of them smart motorways up the M1 and M6. Anyway, we're 20 odd minutes away from Bay or T-Bay services. We're going to have a quick loose stop and grab something for evening snacks. We've had a burger already, lunchtime. And then on from there, another 20 minutes onto the campsite. So we should be there about 6:30. We've already had the campsite ring up just to double check we're on our way. Probably because we've probably got the last space left and probably everybody else is there. But he rang up to give us ask us our estimated time of arrival. So it's at about 6:30. So I'm going to get there, plug into the electric and put my feet up and have a beer and watch Mrs. Grumps unpack. Isn't that right, dear?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we're all done with water. We're full up with water though. A full tank of gas when we left and a full tank of water probably added to obviously the weight of this thing, but it hasn't done bad for fuel. I think it's average about 38 miles per gallon, which I think is incredibly good. I was kind of guessing it would do 25. Needless to say, where we get to Scotland and the A roads and B roads, it'd probably be doing 20, 25, but it's soldiered up here at about 37 to the gallon, which I'm pretty impressed with. Anyway, catch you probably either at the service stations or when we're set up in the campsite. Quite a busy old campsite. We've got the last pitch apparently.
Yes,
So is it going to be the worst pitch?
probably. But we're only here.
Nice van. Yeah, all I want to do is put my feet up and have a drink.
Look at this. They've obviously gone out.
We'll have that one. Doing. There goes all the cups. Right, where are we going, woman?
Past
We're
here.
going left here, are we?
No, we're past it. Look, that's it.
Oh, now
I
where?
don't know. Is it there, left there? Yeah, I think so.
There's the motorhome service point, and you can't go in there, so we've got to go around here. Right.
It's that empty one then next to that other. That
Oh,
little
next
one.
same as us.
Yeah.
So we're going to go nosing as well. Is it this one?
Yeah. I think.
I don't think it matters, does it?
No.
I'll just do this because I want to get
Yeah.
used to steering it around sharp corners. Oh, I don't like the colour of that thing. Ew. Oh, I'm doing well here to stay on off the gravel.
29.
We are the disgrace of the campsite by arriving this late.
Oh, where are we?
I'll keep
81. Oh, we're around the other side.
Yeah, next to matey
82.
there.
No, we're not that side, are we?
Here we are. 86, yeah? Is it this one? So I already got warned off. We parked in the wrong place. We parked there. We're supposed to be behind these two posts. Got the blocks on there now. Gonna have to do the hookup. And I've just unwound that great big snake down there. So let's go and plug this in. So the missus, she's just sorting the beds out. I've done the electric. Yeah. Just always uncoil it. I always remember that from the days I had the caravan. That's my nearest post. Beautiful view over, I think that's Blencathra, or Saddleback as some people call it. My fitter days, slimmer days, I climbed that.
It's located 37 kilometres north of the district capital of Villarreal.
say I slept like the Loch and make everyone jealous, but I didn't. It's a new place, isn't it? It's not uncomfortable. It was a bit cold last night. We didn't have the heating on. Someone said don't keep the gas on overnight when we were picking the van up, but I think that's a health and safety thing. I'm not sure. But anyway, didn't have the gas on, so we didn't have any heat, so it was quite cold. I was up early, tried not to wake the campsite up going to the loo by opening the old sliding door here, but just got the gas on. I've made a cuppa. As you can see, we've got the fridge here. And this morning we are driving to Scotland, probably only about half hour from the border here, and gonna make a stop at Gretna Green. Don't know why, because I haven't been there since my days driving coaches many years ago, and then off south of Glasgow and round towards Loch Lomond. But we're not heading straight to the campsite. I think we're going to go to Balloch, have a look at the lake and have a little wander around, and once again we'll take you along for the journey on our first ever campervan trip. It's going all right so far. We haven't made too many rookie errors just yet, apart from not being able to work out how to ignite the stove till we found the hidden button that makes that noise there. Thought I'd have to go and buy matches. So right, we have left Troutbeck Head, the Caravan and Motorhome Club site. Very nice, lovely and quiet. Facilities nice and clean. Wasn't a level pitch we had. We used a leveler thing on my phone, a little app. We got it up right from the back, but we were slightly on the wonk to the left. But it was the feet end, luckily. You don't want to be dipped down head end, wake up with an headache. But we're off to Scotland now. We're just about to join the M6, and I think that's the last bit of motorway for a little while, and then we're going to have a little stop at Gretna Green. We're going to get married, aren't we? Again. Well, it was our anniversary yesterday. And now we're just going to go and have a look at some souvenirs, have a wee stop. Just handling of this van is pretty nice. We've managed to cure most of the clangs and bangs and the crockery because we've like ditched half of it and put it into this thing's got a tracker on it as well, and it's just told me I've accelerated too fast, but if you're looking at the video I think you can see I didn't. Where was I if I got interrupted by the nagging tracker device they have on it? Yeah, going to Gretna Green, just do some tourist things, then head up towards Glasgow and Loch Lomond, and hopefully be in Loch Lomond for lunchtime. But Scottish border won't be too far from here. I'll speak to you when we get to Scotland. Welcome to Scotland. Well, this is Gretna Green. First stop in Scotland. Just fueled up, just grabbed a bit of fuel, and it's extremely chilly here. There's quite a wind blowing. Anyway, taking Mrs. Grumps off to see some souvenirs. Look at how all dressed up. It's going to snow. I've got my shorts on, but I do admit I am pretty chilled. So I'm going to see what they have to offer in here. What tourist trap shortbread? Oh no, I just remembered she likes shortbread. That's going to cost me a fortune. Right, see you in a minute. Gretna Green, where are we going? The food hall, all the tourist shops, milk vending machine over there. It's a Scottish larder. I'm sure it's Gretna Green where you could run away to get married here when you were much younger years ago. I don't know, was it 16 or was it like 18 when it was that age in England? I have no idea, can't remember. This is the actual entrance to the toilets, which is really cool, kind of like a chapel. And there's even guided audio in the toilets. It was actually saying it used to be 21 in England quite a few years back, and changed to 16 here. So this is why people used to come here to get married. But I'm no tour guide at the moment. I gave that job up years ago. Your Scottish goodies. Nessie. Highland Coos. It's rather nice tweed handbags. Not for me, obviously. Right. Inject to a man bag. Oh, this looks expensive.
Smell that.
Smells like baby lotion.
Wild Mountain and Thyme.
Smells nice. Lovely shop. Beautiful stuff in here. Prices aren't actually too bad. I looked at the bag and said too bad even. Who's that fat bloke in shorts over there? So here we are, Loch Lomond, just the edge of a village called Luss, which incidentally is where they filmed, not that I ever watched it back in the days, was Take the High Road, some Scottish soap opera they used to have from a village in Scotland, which is right around here. Lovely park up here. This apparently is one of their jumbo pitches here at the Luss campsite. Excellent drive from the Lake District, wasn't too bad at all. It's only one hold up past a massive load that had a huge police escort to it that held us up. But we got a nice level pitch up tonight. Didn't have to do any levelling. We were on the wonk last night, but it didn't really affect us. 25 metres of cable. It's a bit of a nuisance here because you'd get away with at least up to 10, so might even get myself a 10 metre cable for when I get my van. Can't be doing all that 25 metres cable winding up every day. And lovely view right out the back windows here in the back of the van, across to the Loch and the lower slopes of Ben Lomond. That's another tour of the outside of the van. It's on a Fiat base. 2.2 litres, I believe, and it's a Trusco. It's not bad. It's fairly well spec'd inside. It's not like an Adria or anything like that, or a Malibu. But yeah, it's good enough for what we want, for sure. And yeah, home is where you park it, they say in there. I think you could park it in a better place than this, apart from the motorbikes, of course, going past, as you can hear.